In October 1945, the enemy air campaign over Novgorod, under the newly appointed General Harris, has become unsustainable. We are losing so many trains that our supply network is about to collapse, and the troops have to rely on whatever is in the local depots. In light of this development and the renewed Allied focus on bombing, we are focusing all construction on ground-based AA, because ground-based AA has shown to be the factor that takes down most of the enemy strike forces. And our fighters on intercept missions are able to disrupt some of the enemy bombers, but not nearly enough, because they are 5-to-1 outnumbered by enemy fighters from all over the Allies. So there are a couple of things we need to do. First, we're trying to improve our air detection and mission efficiency by building radar. Right now, that is a single radar station over here in near the front lines, but we'll do what we can to improve that. That should help somewhat. And I'm also going to rebalance the production, and I'm probably going to leave the Mark II Larka line here alone, but I am going to create a new line. I had a quick look. I think if we were trying to use the advanced small airframe, which takes an additional aluminium, it's not going to be worth the cost in terms of improvement over the Mark II Larkas, which is sort of the best that we can currently build. So I'm just going to create another line of these, and I am going to give these 4 factories and reduce the CAS line by 4. There we go. That'll slowly start ramping up, and we'll focus what we can production-wise on these, while trying to maintain as much as possible. I'd love to get 10 here eventually, and 5 here. We'll try to maintain the rest of our production as much as possible, but right now we have no capacity to even go and produce and build military factories, because the whole industry as what it is currently busy just trying to build ground-based AA. We've got 10 transport planes in the reserves right now, so I could throw another one of the. I could remove this line here, and this was for potential airborne operations. But honestly, right now I think I will need this. Which means I'm going to have to put these back, otherwise they'll dump in there. So I'm probably just going to cancel the line for now. We've got 10 planes here. That might be good enough for some operations, but right now airborne operations are not on the menu because of massive Allied air operations anyway. We've stopped the naval attacks right now, so the wings can recover, and the Allies are also having a fair amount of fighters up busy in the north. So we have stopped airborne operations. We have stopped aerial operations in the region for now, to make sure that these wings can replenish while we're halting the production pretty much. And we'll see if we do something, if we do anything on the ground. Right now the troops have to move into place anyway, because they're all still sort of out of position, and everybody needs to move up to their front lines and get situated, get the planning ready for the next offensive. So we are probably not going to be doing anything fancy at this point until the troops have arrived here. And really the problem that we'll need to solve first is the aerial bombardment that we're having. And we've got another ice pilot, which is good. We are running propaganda to help underground with our war support. People are not phased, but the bigger problem is the possibility of Allied or Soviet or even Soviet attacks actually at this point against increasingly undersupplied troops on the front lines. So that's sort of my problem really here. Anyway, so that's the focus. We are building up. We're building up ground-based AA in the state. It should be state-based. So right now the construction is focusing on increasing the number of AA guns in this on the state level. That is part of this air zone. So Novgorod air zone is effectively this region here. So given that we only control about half of it, there's a limit to what we can build up. But we are shooting down a fair amount of enemy bombers, and we will try to keep intercepting them. Hopefully the radar will help somewhat. And yeah, we desperately need more trains. So we can't run any offensive operations because that'll stretch, not because we don't have supply in the north, which we don't, but because that would stretch our supply capabilities even further, and our supply network. So yeah, we'll hang on for now and do the best we can. It looks like there are increasing battles going on in the Soviet space as well. The Allies are still pushing slowly forward, especially in the south here, where they have managed to break through from Turkey. So I'm still concerned that the Soviets eventually break down. But right now there's just nothing I can do about it. So the only long-term goal that will be still running is to capture Sweden and Norway, and to exploit the fact that they have no supply in this area. The next supply hub is here, so that's probably we could port hop in the north through the mountains or go around the south here. But one thing that I'm slightly concerned about is that they might send additional units here after we have taken out so many of them. So we will see. We will see if we are in need of further offensive operations here as well. Yeah, let's get everybody back into position, because some of the troops have actually gone to their wrong front lines, and all kinds of unfortunate happenings. So that division needs to go here. And we have 4 divisions here, so that's correct. These 4 divisions are holding that line. Everybody else needs to move back to the front line. So once I unpause, that should happen. Okay, I think we've set up everything, and yeah, we will keep monitoring the supply situation in Novgorod. But I think everybody is moving towards their respective lines now. Yes, everybody is on the way. Please use the railway network as it stands before it gets bombed. So let's get everybody trucking into their positions. And there is another naval invasion in Helsinki. 6 British divisions. Okay, might be a fair amount now. And we're actually automatically sending reinforcements from Turku by the looks of it to defeat that, which is good. Let's just get all these divisions back into their positions. Yeah, I think everyone's on the trains. Good. Okay, let's see how that British naval invasion is happening. Usually they land some troops in the surrounding areas, but I don't think they can break the entrance. Nah, they can't break the and these are just British colonial divisions. They're not going to get anywhere. And how long is it going to take to? That is going to take a while to complete that, and that's still going to be November as well. So we're weeks away from building up the radar stations, which would help somewhat in alleviating this. But yeah, this is not good, and we are losing more. We are losing more fighters than we can produce at this point. Yeah, we're already sending additional ground crews over to support our fighters in these interception missions, but the sheer amount of enemy air that's around is quite devastating. We are shooting a fair amount of them down, but they just have so many bombers that they're concentrating now here that they continue to wear down our supply. Okay, the British have landed, and that's a lot of them. So we definitely need to contain that, and we will send all the divisions now to try and do exactly that. So we'll see how quickly we can make sure that these British troops don't get anywhere. The port guard divisions should be able to clean this up, I think. These are because these are No, this is King's African rifles. They're actually somewhat capable. Let's see if we can at least stop them in their tracks. If we can't, even if it's across a river attack, which is less than ideal, but we'll try to stop them in their tracks at least. The UK has decrypted our ciphers, which is unfortunate, but there's not an awful lot we can do about it right now. Right now the task is just to contain and wipe out these 4 landed divisions here, while continuing to lose trains faster than we can build them. We may have to pull more factories of, say, for example, infantry equipment production, as much as it hurts me, to just build more trains and to restock the supply until we get to the point that that we can actually contain this bombardment. Okay, let's see. So let's get these under control. These 2 can already take on that one. And you then keep moving forward. Who do we have here? Hungarian divisions. I didn't even know we had any Hungarian divisions in the area. But it's good to know that they have our backs. Is anybody attacking across the front lines? Not just yet. Supply is holding, but it is getting weaker and weaker as we speak. So let's get that sorted. Paratroopers 2 is ready. I might do a little bit of aircraft research just to get the Cannons 2. Is it worth it? It might be. I think they're better than. Yeah, we'll just get that researched. We might be able to create a slightly better fighter craft in the future. But yeah, I think we are now at the point where I'm going to have to create another production line of armored. I'm going to create another production line of. We haven't researched the. In fact, that might actually be something I need to do. We haven't researched the war austerity train, but it's taking 100 days to get there, so I might as well not bother at this point. But what I'm going to do is I am going to create another production line of civilian trains. And I am going to redirect because we have a workable stockpile of infantry equipment. So as much as that's going to hurt my production efficiency, these need. Let's give them 8, so I don't lose the complete line. But we're going to draw the infantry equipment down to 1. And we're going to get civilian trains produced. Just to backfill things for now. They're less than ideal. Oh, there's actually a remaining Swedish division here. Okay, let's wipe that out. It's less than ideal, but we need trains because otherwise we will lose the front lines here without supply, and also further aggressive operations in the north would be ill-advised without supply. So. Let's finish off the Brits here. They shouldn't be lasting much longer. And these are African divisions, and this is a colonial division. They're all encircled, so I think we'll be done soon. Another naval invasion along this line here. Was it this time the Dutch? I don't think they can land here because I've got reinforcements stationed here. Just to prevent that exact occurrence. So I've got some mobile divisions in the area to react to things. So yeah, that's been defeated. And I think that British incursion is going to be done soonish as well. The Swedes up here are holding out, interestingly enough. Do I need to send a second? Okay, I'll send one division from the first to help out. Let's get the cavalry divisions aligned here as well. Not sure which two divisions those are, but we'll just get the cavalry on that front line. Okay, everyone is at the front line. How far are we with the planning bonus? Let's have a quick look. Specifically the first I'm mostly interested in. First is relatively well on, and so is the third, to be honest. So I think we would be good to continue the attacks once that is defeated here. and just assist with the assault. Last British division to be wiped out. Still no attacks here, and we're still losing more trains than we're making. It's I don't actually know if we can work without trains. I doubt it. But I don't want to start the offensive in the north with that supply situation right now, and that'll stretch it even worse. Now we could, I think we could break through here relatively easily and cut towards the north here, and then just wipe out these divisions. And maybe that's worth it, but yeah, we're not getting any supply up here. Okay, let's give it a little bit of time, and see. We're starting to get slightly better. No, it's still not. The radar is still not up yet. So I was thinking if we got better detection. We're still losing the trains here. That's for certain. The Allies are shuffling their wings around quite a bit, and their planes are better than ours, unfortunately. That's probably due to the fact that we are using wooden planes, because we don't have enough aluminium, simply put. And we're also still losing numbers of planes. They are losing a fair amount to AA, and we are trying our best to disrupt them. We've got 10 anti-aircraft guns up now, and radar is almost at the point where we should start seeing an improvement in air detection here, and hopefully also mission efficiency from that. And we're down to 15%. Okay, have we wiped out that Swedish division there? I believe we have. So this division can get on the line, and then this one is going to return. Yeah, we've dealt with that. We have dealt with the British incursion. And I think we will be pressing the attack here, unfortunately, regardless of the logistics situation. So my biggest concern is that they will be, let's say, the Americans will be reinforcing here, and we will not have a chance to wipe out these severely weakened Swedish troops here. How much has Sweden got left? What do we know about Sweden? We should have some idea about now. They've got 16 to 20 divisions left. That's not an awful lot. How about Norway? Norway, we don't know anything. No, we don't know anything about Norway, but we have one of our operatives building an intel network in Sweden, so we do at least know something about the Swedish forces here. I have stopped training the submarines for now until I can spare fighters to clear the air, because they did get attacked from the air. So for now we'll leave them out. And I think we can try to push across here and see if we can encircle them around the mountains. We have some mountain divisions in the north here, so once that division's in place, we can start. In fact, actually, let me keep that division there, and let me get these two mountain divisions. We'll start launching an assault here already. Let's see how weakened they are. Yeah, they have no more resistance here at this point. So I think we can. Oh, they are actually attacking us. Well, that's brave. How's our supply situation? Not great. Out of supply attacks are going to be more than funky. But let's try to counterattack. And we will use the cavalry as well to try and backfill here and see if we can make some cavalry breakthroughs while we are using the first army divisions to begin rolling them up in the mountains here. Yeah, sure. Counterattack me. That's much appreciated. I'm not going to complain. So we'll just go for the encirclement here. This division needs to get there. Not that one. Just this one. Yeah. And while we have supply, yep, there comes the cavalry. While we have supply, we can make the breakthroughs. I'm just going to have to switch back to the main front lines to make sure that no one's been breaking through anywhere. because some of our lines are a little weakened, and without supply, things might get a little difficult. Yeah, they're all 75% supply status is not great. How's our train production ramping up? We're doing 5 per week at this point. Civilian trains and armored trains. Civilian trains are just faster to produce. That's why I'm doing those. But we're definitely gonna leave it at that for now and just making more. Novgorod, we're still losing trains in Novgorod. Definitely more than we can replenish, and we're actually losing more fighters than the enemy at this point. But the AA is the more effective one. How's our radar construction? First radar construction should be done. First level radar construction. So yep, we're starting to get better air detection. Air detection is very essential for disrupting enemy bombers, because if we can't see them, we can't shoot them down. So that's what we'll deal with right now. And in the north, we are trying to get around them. In fact, these guys need to move up there, and we'll see if we can encircle them in the mountains here and just wipe that northern wing out completely. They are reasonably weak, so I don't think they have any kind of resistance at that point. We are going to need additional troops here. We don't want to lose the airport. And I have one mountain division that is assisting from the north. Okay, we have managed to, the cavalry has managed to break through. Please do not attack in the, is that a lake? Oh, that's a lake, so we don't get through the lake. Okay, in that case, attack around the south, please, cavalry. Please run the attack around the south, because they should have the speed to just get around them, while the rest of the divisions is moving up. And now we are pressing the attack in the north as well. Mountain divisions are clearing this up. We've got one mountain division here. Okay, other one is moving further in. And yes, we are going to run low on supply, but we will see if we can. We will see if we can stretch ourselves sufficiently. We'll send the rest of the first in to assist with the push here. And the 3rd Army divisions are going to catch up. And I think our cavalry is starting to run a little low here, but is making inroads. So we can already launch the attack on that Swedish division there, while the cavalry is... Actually, stop that first. Just stay where you are. Another naval invasion. Helsinki. Who's it this time? The British with 4 divisions. So we're doing the same game again, are we? Okay, I can work with that. That worked out for me last time. How's the Novgorod looking? We're still losing more fighters than we can build. We're still losing trains. Our air detection is getting better. I am thinking of actually more focusing on AA at this point, honestly, though, because we're not going to have enough fighters to even do anything soon. Good question. Should I be focusing on radar or more on AA? Radar might also help the ground-based AA to do more work. I'm not sure about that one, actually. So they are still sending in everything they've got, but we'll finish the AA construction in the north. There's still too many enemy fighters to even think about ground support, but. Send the other cavalry division in as well. Let's make sure we get them surrounded here. Okay, and you stay there. Nope, this needs to go. You stay there on that front line, and you go to that front line as well. We have an opportunity. I don't have enough divisions here, but we would have an opportunity to close this off if we can get additional divisions in. But right now we're just trying to encircle them from the south, and maybe we can push them back here. Let's get these. Hang on. That's adjacent here. Okay, so we can get these 2 divisions to try and push these guys back while you are closing the noose. Cavalry is moving in. We have encircled these divisions here. Marines take them on over across the river. And yep, okay, this is cavalry is starting to run out of steam, so we'll wait for the more rested cavalry division to come in. But we've wiped out that one division there. 3 divisions pushing up ahead. 1 mountain division pushing in here. So in fact, these 3 divisions only need to can leave 1 behind here. 2 divisions is enough. Just need to take this position there. And I think we've actually defeated them already in the north. Now let's just hope that this mountain division can make their way there before they manage to retreat. So we close the encirclement, and the rest can already start working on these divisions here. Okay, just quick look what the Brits are up to. The Brits have landed some divisions, so we are sending additional divisions into dealing with them. They are encircled, but they are proper infantry divisions by the looks of it this time. Nobody else is attacking, and we're maintaining 18 trains at this point. Novgorod region, we're still losing trains, but it's getting less. And we're still losing more planes than we're building, even with the additional production line, I think. So this is a sort of an attempt to stemming the tide here, but we'll see how that works out in the end. The trains are sort of the bigger problem at this point, and we're still short on AA, but we're working on it. We're actually good on artillery at this point. We are stockpiling a fair amount, although most of it's probably old, but we seem to have gotten everything up to speed. So I'll throw 1 more into AA because there we still have some shortages. Okay, these assaults are not functioning. Can we get across there? I think there's a lake in the middle. Yeah, there's a lake in the middle, and this is a river crossing attack, isn't it? Yes, it is. So probably not. Let's save our cavalry here, wait for the Marines to arrive. And that can go. We are trying, yeah, we're trying to finish up the encirclement in the north here. 1945 Imperial Conference. What have the British done? I have no idea what the British have done, but it's also not really my problem. We'll see if we manage to overrun these divisions here. Yep, I think we've managed to overrun them. Perfect. So these guys aren't going anywhere. And then we can close that in the north here. And we are closing it here as well. They're trying to break out. It's not happening. We've pushed these divisions out south. And we'll see, yep, we've encircled them in the north. So we can now just finish up these remaining divisions here. And I don't think they're going anywhere. So we are having the initiative. I think they are really losing. Yes, they have lost. They've significantly lost the initiative here. Let's get the Marines to facilitate the river crossing, and then get everybody else back to the front lines here. While we are wiping out the divisions in the north, and I think we can keep. We've got already 1 division here that we can send across, and just see if we can push more into this before they can get back and entrench themselves. Let's push across the river lines here, and yeah, just keep destroying them. 20 trains, 3 military factories. How? Oh, we captured some. Perfect. I'm going to go for 10. I'm going to go for a full 10 on civilian trains here, just to replenish my strategic situation. We still need to do upgrades on the infantry equipment, unfortunately, but we're not getting to that. How is my truck situation? We have a fair amount of tanks. We're losing trucks, but we've still got some. Everything else is starting to work reasonably well. One thing I wanted to try, and I think that's the last thing we can do for this episode. How's this looking? We're wiping them out eventually. One thing I want to try is design a light, because we have, if you look here, we have We have 30 light tanks. We've also got 400 medium tanks. Unfortunately, I haven't researched medium tanks, so I can't. But I do have researched light tanks. So what if we were going to take, because I can't modify this. I don't think I can modify this variant. Can I? Can I modify this variant? So if I were to replace this with a flamethrower, I can actually, but I can't change this because it's a licensed design, so I can't change the design yet. But what I could do is take the basic light tank chassis and make a very, very cheap flame tank. So what are we going to call you? Well, let's begin with making that a flame tank, and we are going to call you, I'm going to have a quick look. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. There we are. We are calling that the Drakon. You can probably guess what that means. And this is going to be a just very simple, cheap light tank. I probably want the reliability higher if I can. Don't really need it to be. I'm thinking to putting them on the offensive, on the aggressive. Hang on, let's have a look. I'm planning to put them onto these divisions here, because they can have another. They can have another support company. So if we're looking at the template, this division could have a. Once I have the design, actually, I can put it in, and I can't see it yet. But I could put a flame. I could put a flame division onto them, and give them more firepower against, say, I think forests and urban areas. Allows them to have significantly better firepower. Now, what I'm wondering is, can I actually repurpose some of this captured equipment? But let's find that out. So let's make ourselves a very cheap flame tank. That is going to be a flame support company, and that is the Draken. Was it Drakan or hang on. Drakon, sorry. Sorry, Estonia. Drakon. There we go. And we can put that. We could put that onto a torsion bar suspension, because that thing's still going to be fast enough, and that gives it enough. And we can put slightly better armor onto it. And yep, gasoline engine works. We can put. We don't need above 100 reliability, so we can up armor. It's not an awful lot of armor that's going to be pushed through, and I don't think it makes any difference really on the support company. I'm really doing this more for. So I might actually just take the armor down, because it's cheap enough. We're not going to need an awful lot of them. Let's do it like this. So that's the Drakon flame support tank. Nothing special about them, and. I'm just going to save that as is. And the question is going to be, can I convert any of the existing equipment? And I've got 4 Romanian tanks that I can convert. Yes, convert them. I'm not going to have a factory for that anytime soon, but now we can have a quick look. I'm not going to do it yet. I just want to see what the impact of that is. So if I was to put the light flame tank company, that would give us plus 30% attack on forts, plus 10 river attack, and basically and plus 30% urban attack. Yeah, that is going to make an interesting difference in a lot of ways to as a little support company for certain terrain types. We're not going to do that yet. We need to build up some of them first. For now, we are just going to finish wiping this out, and then I'll end the episode here. While we are moving everybody south here to align along the front lines. Have we broken through here already? Not yet. But cavalry can assist with the breakthrough. And let's send the other cavalry division here as well. we're just waiting for the Marines to get into place to, in fact, actually leave that cavalry division here. We're waiting for the Marines to get into place for cross-river attacks. I am going to move the gun here. That's the closest I can get it. And we're just waiting to get across. The cavalry here can do fast breakthrough attacks, or sort of. Okay, that's been wiped out, and I think we can now take a look at the losses they have taken. Yep, that's another 24. Well, it's about 40,000 troops that have been defeated. Fair amount of equipment captured, at least on this one. And yeah. All in all, I would say that was a successful operation despite enemy aerial superiority, but they don't have any ground attack, so there's really it's really not an awful lot we need to do about it. The naval invasion here has been defeated, and how does it look? We are still at 20 trains. We are now having we're still going to need better radar. But the losses are sort of diminishing ever so slightly. I think our AA is starting to do a number on the enemy bombers. But I might just keep the focus on fighters, because ground attack's nice, but at this point the Allies have so much aerial superiority that just building fighters to counter it might not be a terrible idea. So there we have it. I'm just going to delete that little front line there. Let's make sure that's gone. Get everybody else back on their lines. So these divisions need to be here. And the first, I'm just going to manage the first by hand at this point, because they've lost their, their front line. But that's fine. We'll just we'll manage them by hand for now. And yeah, next episode we will try to wipe out the remaining Swedish divisions here, even though that is going to stretch our supply lines even further. But we'll try to break through, rush the cavalry through the southern areas here, and cut them off before they have a chance to fall back to their supply lines. And then hopefully we can we can get across here and wipe out the rest of Scandinavia as quickly as possible. I might need a couple more port guard divisions. Let's train up. I don't know, 5 more or so. Let's get that going. I've got a couple of these. They're just short. Of things and support equipment. I could potentially deploy these already. Paratroopers are just finishing up. I could deploy these, but I don't need them right now. So that's all good. And yes, the enemy bombing needs bolstering of our spirits. So that's something we can do. This would cost me war support. This would cost me war support. But it would give me minus 5%. Minus 5% consumer goods factories, which might be nice. How many factories are we currently having for consumer goods? 12. So 5% would be like 1 factory or so. Probably not worth it. I'm not going to be doing it. This would give us building slots. And this would give us building slots, which we don't need. We have enough building slots. What we're lacking is an industry. So we can also give up a couple more medals at this point. So let's just do that and just give these guys more medals. Specifically, I'm actually more interested in the assault divisions. But you know what? It can't harm. These guys are defensive. Plus 10 orc, attack, recon, or breakthrough. No, we'll give them plus 10 orc. Medal for braveries. We're going to be handing these out like cookies, honestly. And a medal for bravery. And a medal for bravery. There we go. All right, that's it for today. We are carrying on despite adversity, despite the incessant. Here too we are losing trains, and this is the next thing we're going to be having to do something about. Despite the adversity, despite the Allied bombings, we are carrying on. How many in this air zone, how much am I actually controlling? It's just this bit here, which means I can only... Yeah, I'm already planning to build AA where I can, but I'm not controlling an awful lot of it. So it's just these stretches of land here, but these lines are constantly getting bombed. So that's something we'll deal with. Then we'll get our... But it looks like we may be able to overrun the Scandinavians here, and hopefully complete our task in the next episode to conquer all the areas that we need to conquer, which are... And I think I still need to unite Karelia at some point. Which are sort of all of these up to here-ish. So that's the last leg of what we need to conquer. Then we just need to get the compliance up to 60%, which is going to take a bit of time. But once we've conquered that, we can then sort of focus on fighting the allies. So what I'm planning to do is leave the 3rd Army in the north here, just to deal with anything, and bring the first south and take back Berlin if we can, but at least take over the aluminium deposits in Poland and trade with the Germans, and hopefully that will make things easier. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.